a bindi factory for 3 rupees 50 paisa per week to being an entrepreneurial marvel. Our today's guest is a testimony to how one can turn adversities into opportunities and setbacks into success. With professional educationist and social acumen on point, Mr. Agnello Rajesh Athaide was aptly addressed as a real slumboy millionaire. To talk about his inspiring journey and share some secrets of how to manifest impossible dreams, we have Mr. Agnello Rajesh Athaide with us. Welcome, Mr. Agnello Rajesh. I'm delighted to have you as a guest, and I'm sure our viewers will be motivated to hear your story. Educationist, entrepreneur, a leading developer, motivational speaker, and author. Have I missed mentioning any roles? One person, so many roles. How do you manage that? Do you have more than 24 hours in a day?
Well, Meenal, nobody has more than 24 hours in a day, and I enjoy doing what I do. The diversity in the activities that I do keeps my mind flexible and active all the time. If you like what you do, life is a picnic, and that's how I live. So multiple activities, dealing with multiple entrepreneurs, vendors, different types of customers, different type of mindsets, that excites me and keeps me going. So I just love doing it the way I do it.
I love that statement, life is a picnic. And that is my pick line today. So you have used adverse, experience from your childhood to make your products better. Example, the height of the villas built by St. Angelos and more than the normal. You have even developed them in such a way that the rainwater won't harm the homes. Do you think adversities have made you a more empathic businessman?
So, Meenal, life is connecting the dot backwards. So, the house that I used to live in my childhood was 180 square feet. It was asbestos sheet and it used to leak. I used to have more water in the house than outside the house during the rainy season, because water is to come from the roof, water is to come out from the ground, actually from the ground, and water is to come from the door from the outside to the inside. So, there was a lot of water logging in my house all the years. Every year it used to rain in every rainy season for many years. As a developer, my design aesthetics was not luxury only, although you need to construct beautiful interiors and exteriors and structures and all of that, for which you have got extraordinary architects which are available to cooperate with the way you think. I always say that user is the best architect. So I am the user there. Every house that I make and sell, I feel it's for me. And then how would I build it? So I build it accordingly. But like I said, life is about connecting the dot backwards. So all the challenges that I faced in my childhood is what I covered when I started doing business about building homes. I used to love having a good home. I used to always aspire to have a good home. So today, by the grace of God, I'm into a profession where I not only have a good house for myself, but I also build beautiful houses for others. So the height is always great. It's very high from the ground level, purely because whenever it floods or rains, the water should not come inside the house. For the villa specifically, in the building that doesn't apply, because in building you are living in upper floors. But especially for the villas that we built across multiple cities of India, I started giving tall ceilings, because in my childhood, the asbestos sheet was 6 feet high. That's all. So 1 more feet of the fan and we had hardly any space. So we were dodging the fan every time that we moved in the house. So we started giving tall heights. Every construction that I do has a minimum of 10 feet clear height. And in the White Villas at Shahpur, which I developed, designed by Suzanne Khan, who's a very dear friend and one of the best designers that I know, we created the ground floor with 11 feet clear height, and the first floor had a top height of 18 feet tall. By the grace of God, today the house that I live in, I have a 22 feet height in the living room that I live in. So this is nothing but the obsession of what was a challenge in your childhood has now become a feature of your production. The houses that we develop and build. So that's how whatever I missed in my childhood is a part of my life today in the form of a business. So I'm an entrepreneur in the sectors which was a deprivation for me, which I was deprived of in my childhood.
Wow. So as you have mentioned, this house is also designed by Suzanne Khan, and SpaceX awards are going on. So many, amazing architects and interior designers have participated in our SpaceX Design Awards. Is there any opportunity in future to work with you for them?
For sure. So I'm always on the lookout for very interesting architects. In fact, every developer is. As a developer, the mindset of an architect, the flavor of the architect is critically important. Every architect is known for a particular type of architecture, what they are very cool and comfortable with. So every architect who's watching this, I would love to explore new ideas, something that is dramatically different, something that is adaptable to current times. I would love to work with such architects, and definitely I look forward to it. And good architects also have got a good taste to select the right materials. So what you use and how you use and what you create out of that is going to be a critical story for every architect. And I am an experimental entrepreneur. I love to experiment in anything and everything that is new. I am not interested in the run-of-the-mill ideas. I always love to swim against the tide. So any architect with some extraordinary idea can definitely get in touch with me, and I wouldn't mind experimenting, implementing his idea to the T fearlessly.
That we have seen with your entrepreneur journey, that you always thrive for the new ideas. So you are on the steering committee of SpaceX Design Awards. So what are your expectations from our participants?
So what I expect from the participants is a new way of thinking and also solutions to the masses on how you can make your product which is adaptable to the situation, to the economy of a buyer, and at the same time not compromising on the comforts and the luxury of the product that you are designing. So a house need not be very expensive because you use expensive materials, but a house can be very luxurious and very creative and very artistic with the combination of the materials that you use. The cost of the product for the house that you build need not be very expensive. It is the application of the product which will make the house look fantastic and artistic. So there are so many architects who use very economical products. So the cost of the product becomes, the house becomes very economical, but at the same time it looks very rich, it looks different, it looks exclusive, and it looks like a designer's collection. What I expect from an architect for me is a very creative person, is an artist. So his signature should be the different that he does in the product that he creates. So that's what I expect from an architect, and that's what I look out for towards an architect.
So what is your next big idea in a real estate?
So the next big idea, Meenal, is I think that furniture should be the new real estate, because every family cannot afford to buy a new home just because they need more space. Because buying space in urban cities like Mumbai or Chennai or Bangalore or Delhi is becoming very difficult. So it's an economical challenge. They are very expensive. It's an economical challenge, but at the same time, privacy is compromised always in urban cities. So there are families where there are parents living with the grown-up children, 2 grown-up sons, parents, both sons married, and they live in a 1 BHK, which might be anywhere between 350 square feet to 450 square feet. My next mission is going to be providing solutions to this kind of social challenges on how can you create privacy without expanding the space, because there is no elasticity in the space, but you can creatively use the space. At Space UX, I would like to request all the architects to come up with intelligent ideas where the furniture can change the way you live. So for example, I would love to design the entire 1 BHK in a very different way, where the bedroom would be a bedroom. The living room can become a bedroom in the evening, in the night, and the kitchen, a portion of the kitchen also can transform into a private space. Now all this is possible by furniture. We have seen this world over. It's very common in the developed countries. We would like to have these kind of solutions which are economical in nature, and a great solution to families living in the urban cities, where they will have their privacy without changing the space or without buying more space, which is not possible for them. But at the same time, effective furniture, well placed in the house, well designed by the architect and the interior designer, can become a great solution for good living for such families. So that is my next mission that I'm going to be working on, and Space UX is going to be partnering with me in that, and we will ensure that we bring those smiles to the faces of the people.
So this is a great motto and a great tagline as well, that furniture is a new real estate. So it is going to solve a big challenge in urban cities. Awards often motivate people to fight back adversities and excel. Considering this, at SpaceX we have SpaceX Design Awards, which allow people from the fraternity to participate in various categories and earn recognition. Do you think such awards can inspire creative minds to excel their boundaries?
I 100% agree with you, Minal. Basically, whenever there is a competition, people make sure that all the resources, including their thinking capabilities, are enhanced, because in the speed of competition, you come across brilliant ideas. It also helps you to introspect what you are capable of. So I feel SpaceUX as an awards is a very interesting and exciting activity for all the architects who can definitely look back at what they have done, what they are doing, and what they are capable of doing. So I think every award is interesting. I firmly believe, Meenal, that competition is not amongst two companies or two brands or two products, but competition today is between the skill sets of people. Two people racing against each other, what will win is the guy with the better skill set. I love to say that in a race of 10 Mercedes cars, even if all the cars are Mercedes, only one will win. And who's that one? The guy who has driven it the best will win. So it is the game of winning against the skill set of others. So it is exciting, it is interesting, and I'm sure all the architects are going to put in their best work forward so that they will not only be visible to a new audience, they will not only be motivating others with their designs, but they will also showcase their work in a very different light. Generally, the architects are too busy to see other people's work, but because of such competitions, they also get an opportunity of what their colleagues, their peers, and their competition is doing, and that also instigates new thought processes. So I feel SpaceUX is doing a marvelous job in the way architecture can happen. I firmly believe that the look of a country, a lot of that depends on the quality of architects that the country has. Every structure adds to the beauty of the country, to the city, and that's what an architect does. So awards like SpaceUX can definitely add a lot of magic to the architecture that's being happening in India as a country.
That's really true. I agree with that, because wherever you go, wherever you walk, you see architecture. Everything is architecture. If you allow, I would like to have a rapid fire of just 5 questions with you. Am I? Yes. One book that inspires you.
Your Life, Your Legacy by Roger Hamilton.
One industrialist in India that you look up to.
Anand Mahindra.
Which sector will rise in the world in the next 5 years?
EdTech.
How would you define success in one word?
Self-satisfaction.
Thank you very much, Mr. Agnolo Rajesh, for coming on the show and having the candid talk. Your motivating journey and words of wisdom must have sparkled some fire in the aspiring entrepreneurs on the other side of the screen. Lots of wishes from my viewers and I. Keep inspiring.
Thank you so much. My pleasure. Thank you.